motorcycle, one of his bikes, and the joke was I could barely touch the ground. It's not a joke. Anyway, but during these last few years, Dad, he didn't ride as much. His health was not that great, or it was failing. So he was on dialysis for a bit. So he had like every 3 days or something like that. And you know, he's 80. He was 80 now, and he goes, "I want to go on one last ride." And I'm like, "You're 80." And then I said, "Well, yeah, let's." So I started talking to Mom and Bill and Cindy and my wife, and I said, "You know, if he dies on this ride, he'll die happy, right? Like he loved doing that." But I thought, and he's stubborn, so I thought we better do this sooner than later. So it just so happens that my friend Dan, his mom had passed away here in Fairfield, so I came to that funeral, and then Dad and I got on our bikes. And I know my brother already said this, but he's a badass. Yeah, he is. And I always think about the life of a police officer, the life of a Green Beret. I know very little. I'm not acting like I know it all, but he had to survive. He had to just make it work a lot of times. And there was a lot of significance in him saying, "This is my last ride, and I want it to be with you." It meant the world to me. And he picked me. And we left 4565 by the court, kind of late in the afternoon. And we rode for a while, and Dad led, which was very fitting, because he led us well. I was worried about him. I was crying on the trip. Look at him, big sissy. And he didn't know because he was in front of me. But we got to San Luis Obispo, and we stopped. We didn't do the whole ride because it's a lot. And we stayed in a hotel, which was fun. And then in the morning, we got ready to go, the last leg of the trip. And Dad said, "You lead." He's passing the baton. And I hate when I do that. And so I led the rest of the trip. And even just the acknowledgement of, he knew he couldn't do it anymore. But he wanted it to be with me. And I asked Bill, "Do you want to come?" And he's like, "I don't like motorcycles." So I'm like, "I'm all in then, man." He goes, "My plan is I'm going to leave the bike with you, and then we'll drive back." And along the way, we stopped in Pismo Beach for some gas. And I found this lighter and a knife, a little set. That's what this little thing's about. It's got a little 49er lighter and knife. It's pretty cheap. And I just thought, this will commemorate our ride when we make it. So I gave that to Dad at the end of our ride. I said, "Thanks, Dad. I'm so glad we made it." He goes, "Oh, cool, thank you." And I'm thinking, it's kind of cheesy, but whatever, I liked it. Fast forward a few months. We're going through Dad's stuff, and I find this little box. I didn't even remember. And then there's that Post-it note on it. I'm trying to read it. But it says, "Last ride gift from Jimmy to me. Best riding partner a man could have. Thank you, son. Dad." This cheesy little lighter and knife mean the world to me now. I cannot thank you all enough for being here. I know some of you have come a long way. My friends the rhymers. You guys are family too, and we thank you. I know my boys Ricky and David. don't make fun of me after this. Thank you, guys.